Welcome back to the channel. This is Mike and you're watching Spin Fish 1. And before I really get into this video, I hope everyone is surviving the quarantine and staying healthy and virus free. What this video is going to be about is the equipment that we're using now. That's an Avet 50 2-speed reel. It's got 9 ball bearings. It's got 50 pounds of drag. And that's what we're using for the big yellowfins, bluefins, blue marlin. And that is one hell of a reel. This is the new one. Saragossa 20,000. I'll be using that to maybe pitch back to a white marlin or large cobia. And this 8,000 is my go-to outfit. I'll use that for dolphin, cobia as well, and pretty much anything else that's kind of lightweight. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how I upgraded to these. I really like the handle on this. This is a very smooth reel. Now it has 100-pound hollow core with a top shot of 80 mono. It's on a Talus rod, Shimano, medium heavy. And the 20,000 is on a Therese extra heavy. And then the 8,000 is on a Penn jigging rod. Now in my previous video I'd mentioned about some of the equipment that we were using when we first started fishing offshore. It was the old Penn Senator reels, and after those I ended up getting some gold Akumas, 30s and 50s. As a matter of fact, I got those from Walmart.com, and Akuma was phasing these reels out and they were super cheap, so I was able to get the .com price. And I used those for a few years without any problems. They were really good reels. They were just single speed reels. I think the most fancy part about them was the fact that they were aluminum and they were anodized gold. But it was time to more or less upgrade. And over the years I had amassed a huge amount of rods, reels, stuff that I was using out here on the Chesapeake Bay, and I really wanted to upgrade and get some really good quality, better reels and rods and so on. So what I did was I ended up cleaning it all up, put them in bundles, and I sold all my old gear on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace, and before you know it I had amassed a small fortune. A lot of that stuff was still in good shape and people wanted to buy it, and so I sold it. And with that small fortune and a little bit extra, I was able to go out and buy these. I ended up getting 7 of the Avet 50 reels with the rods, and I got this 20,000 Shimano, and I got the I've had the 8,000 Shimano for a couple years, and really sort of updated the gear and the equipment that we're going to be using out there. Now, something about this Avet 50 reel. A couple years ago, a friend and I went down North Carolina. We fished we took the boat down there. We went out there. It was May, and we ended up fishing, and we had a double header of blue marlin. They hit almost simultaneously, and so what happened was there was just 2 of us on the boat. So I had to put my fish, the rod, in the rod holder. We fought his fish, chased it down, got it to the side of the boat, took some pictures. I thought for sure I was going to lose my fish. I go back, sure there's a big bend in the rod. There was sargassum weed all over the place. So I started reeling on it and my fish was still there, and we got it to boat side, took some pictures. It was a stellar day. But I think what happened was that because of the sargassum weed out there, there was so much of it, it ended up getting wrapped around the fishing line, and I think it slowed my fish down, more or less put the brakes on them, and I was down into the hollow core backing at that point. So that was just an incredible day. North Carolina is just an awesome fisherman's paradise there off of Oregon Inlet and Hatteras. If you ever get the chance to fish offshore down there, I highly suggest fishing there. It's great, and I'm looking really forward to getting down there as soon as possible. As soon as this quarantine's lifted and they open up the county down there, we're going to be going down there. We already have a boat down there, so we may just drive down, jump in that boat and use that, and then take mine on a later trip. So that is more or less my advice. If you're looking to upgrade and get into some really nice equipment, and you're at that point more or less, and you have a bunch of old stuff, clean it up, sell it on OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. There are people out there that will buy it and they will pay cash. Before you know it, you might have yourself a small fortune, and then you can go out there and get this stuff. I'm very pleased with it. These are really good reels and rods, and I'm sure they're going to last me a very long time. Tight lines.